And welcome to the April 6th edition of Mount Pleasant Live. My name is Mike Heaton. I'm joined in the studio with, as always, Nick Steffens. Good to see you again, Nick.
Good morning.
Can't believe it's Thursday already. This week is flying by.
Yeah, it's definitely Thursday.
Yeah, it's been a week. I'm done with the weather. I'm done with everything. It's just been a little crazy. I can't wait till tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. We have an even more awesome guest here today in the studio. It's one of my favorite people.
More awesome than who?
Well, I mean, Ray was awesome on Tuesday. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, Ray. I think he's around the corner. But we have Lisa Oetken here today. Lisa is a local legend, one of the most important people in our community, I believe, just from the work she does. But Lisa, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
I'm always sort of blown away by the amount of work you do with Main Street, Mount Pleasant. And I never really realized the importance of Main Street to our community until I came back to our small town here in Mount Pleasant and saw all the things you do. We'll get more into that here in a little bit. I'm not going to have you go on that track yet, but because we got to talk about some other things first. But it's great to have you here. I just went to an event last night that you hosted. There's a ton of events coming up, and we're going to talk about all that today. It's going to be fun.
It's great.
But before we do that, let's talk about the weather again. Are you done with tornadoes yet? Are we? I'm done with them. I'm done with bad weather.
The Midwestern in me is having fun with them.
You are? Are you going outside still and taking pictures?
Yeah, and I do like the Midwestern gut out kind of.
Oh yeah, while you're sitting on your front porch.
Yeah. And just got a cold one next to me.
Yeah,
sitting in the lawn chair.
Just entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you. I'm sort of done with tornadoes. I know we have another couple months of these things still coming through, but it's just like it feels like every other day. Like last Tuesday, we had the warnings again, and then last week too. It's just crazy. But let's talk about what else is going on in our community, not just the bad weather. We have a ton of local events coming up. Lisa, I know you have a couple to share as well. Before we get there, we have our HCHC Foundation Music Trivia and Air Guitar Contest. That's going to be amazing. I'm pumped. Are you going, Nick?
What day is it?
It's April 21st. It's a long one. You can't make it? You can.
I can. I think I should. What time?
Have you been practicing your air guitar? It's from 6 to 10 p.m. It's late. It's a long one.
That's my
trivia.
bedtime.
Yeah. I've been me and Ray actually have been like we've
practicing?
taken all Wednesday. We just spent the whole day like different styles, the Eddie Van Halen, the Jack Black, there's all these different styles. Sorry, Jack White. Sorry, Jack Black too though. They both.
Jack Black's a great guitarist.
He's incredible. He's incredible. Have you been practicing your air guitar, Lisa?
We have Main Street Awards in Des Moines that day, so I can't come.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
I'm actually not bummed about that because sometimes HCHC does Mount Pleasant trivia, and you're gonna kick our butts when we do Mount Pleasant trivia. So I'm feeling good that you're not.
Well, we get to test the waters with that later.
Did you? No, you actually made our trivia later Mount Pleasant centric.
It's Main Street centric.
Man, I'm the reigning trophy holder. How am I gonna? Oh man. Okay, fine. You're great at this stuff. I have no chance. I know. You tell me half the stuff I know. I think I've learned from Lisa about downtown, especially. But yeah, that's going to be an incredible event at HCHC Foundation Music Trivia and Air Guitar Contest. It's also a costume contest going on there too. So
the last time I was there, we took the costume contest.
Did you really? What were you dressed up as?
Oh yeah, it was the 80s.
Oh, nice.
I'm a child.
That fit you pretty well, didn't it?
I could do some big hair, some blue eyeshadow. I was on, yeah.
Oh man, I'm jealous. This is gonna be fun. I don't know what the other than air guitar, so we have to find out for a future episode here exactly what the theme is for costumes. We'll see. And then we also have on the 29th a food truck festival, which is pretty cool. Is that a Main Street event? It's not.
No, that's a chamber event.
It's a chamber event, right? They put on some good events. I know the food truck festival was at East Lake last year or 2 years ago, but it's on Iowa Wesleyan's campus this year. Is that still the case? Do you know?
Yeah, I think it is. They block off North Main there, right on the east side of the chapel.
Nice.
Where I think that's where they set up anyway.
That's a great spot for it. And that's on April 29th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's just a big opportunity for the community to come together. I think it'll especially be relevant this year, obviously, as we bring a lot of our community together to celebrate that campus while we still can. There's going to be a variety of food and desserts for this event, so please bring cash and not necessarily your credit card, because you never know if food trucks are going to have your swiping machine or not. So definitely bring lots of cash for that. A couple other big events we have coming up. I know Ray was on here on Tuesday. He was talking about Venture Club that meets, and this upcoming Tuesday, the Venture Club will be meeting at 5:30 here in Mount Pleasant at Traction Steam downtown. It's just for entrepreneurs, business owners, and anyone that's looking at starting a business, just to come and share your experiences and listen to other entrepreneurs and sort of help each other out and help them grow their businesses. Lisa, you have some other events coming up for Main Street, right? Coming up soon?
We do. Because of that nasty weather last week,
Yep.
we have moved the Easter egg hunt to this Saturday at 10 a.m. so it can follow the fireman's pancake breakfast that morning.
Nice.
So we will be in Central Park, and the Easter Bunny, cannot carry all the eggs on his back. He's actually sending his sister to help out this year. And
The Easter
so
Bunny has a sister?
He does.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. Nice.
And so they have already shipped the Easter eggs to me. So I'm sitting with 10,000 Easter eggs in my office, ready for the kids to come out.
Are you being, is it really 10,000 Easter eggs?
It's really 10,000 Easter eggs.
Oh my goodness. That's,
Yeah.
I don't know how you get around in your office right now. So do you have to go out there and spread them all out? Do you have help? Are there volunteers?
We do have volunteers. If someone wants to come out and volunteer, we'll be out there at 9 setting up in the park. We start 0 all the way up through 5th grade. If they can crawl and pick them up, or sometimes parents are carrying babies and picking up eggs.
Nice.
So we want to include everybody, and we do some age-appropriate candy type things, whether it's marshmallows or graham crackers or animal crackers for the young ones. We will do one group, it's 0 to 3, and then we'll move to the next, then the next, the next. It's like little vacuums. They just clean up the Central Park, and it's over in about a half hour.
Is there a 23-year-old section?
That's the one that's handing out and putting out the eggs on the lawn.
Volunteer
That sounds-
section.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think that's later that night, and there's different stuff inside
Oh,
the
yeah.
eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was last week or the week before.
Oh yeah, with etc. When they had some fun.
That's
Yeah.
right.
that's
The adult
fair.
Easter egg hunt.
So you do quite a few spring events. I know you have one coming up in May as well, right?
That's right. We have Cinco de Mayo, the downtown fiesta.
Nice.
We are changing it up. We do a lot of different events, and our events are meant to get people in our stores, to expose them to what we have downtown. So this one is sampling margaritas and food, and they get a ticket to the event. It costs $20. But that ticket also gives them a chance to win prizes. So the downtown retailers will be giving away door prizes and having games in their buildings. But our grand prize is worth about $3,500, and we are giving away a living room set. And
Oh my goodness, that's
it's-
incredible.
Yeah. So, and for every $10 that you spend in a store as you go, you get another chance to win, another ticket to win. So,
Who's that sponsored by?
um,
Living room set?
it's sponsored by Your Dream Home Furniture,
Of course it
Main
is,
Street.
yeah.
We'll be getting more sponsors for it.
Nice.
And they will we aren't going to pick out your furniture for you because, nobody, so we pick out brown. Well, your whole house is gray. It's like, well, yay, I won the brown leather couch. And
Right,
what am I going to do with it? No, you will get a certificate worth $3,500, and you get to go
incredible.
choose out the furniture you want.
Okay, so put that on your calendar. I'm a little
Yes.
worried now that we made this so public because I think it's going to be
Yeah,
packed
so-
that night, which is exciting. But
Yeah,
like
May
everyone's going to
5th.
come out for that.
And it starts at 5 o'clock.
5:00 on May 5th.
And it'll go to 7:30 in the businesses, so you can
Okay.
go around. We normally have around 20 to 21 businesses will participate. And then you will come, weather permitting. As we know, weather in Iowa can change on the hour. And I can stop a drought usually. So, but it'll be in Central Park, an after party. So come to the park around 7:30. Around 8 o'clock, we will give away the grand prize. So
that's
we'll
incredible.
have some chips and salsa, some stuff in the park, some music playing. It'll be a fun night and a great time to spend downtown.
And if you haven't been to one of the Main Street events, Lisa knows how to throw a party. There is no doubt. She knows how to bring people downtown, how to make people happy and really build community around our downtown area. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit, but I would like to tell all our guests, we brought you on the show to ask you about stuff, but we also got to do some contests. We have a little trivia for you, and I'm a little worried now because it sounds like you have made this very Main Street centric, and I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, I spent an embarrassing amount of time putting this together on Monday. Yeah, so I try to make it as Main Street centric as possible without being too easy.
Fair.
As long as I'm not embarrassed and you win.
So if you do lose, I'll just say you're letting me win.
That's right.
Out of
Yeah.
kindness. Now, do you need a pen? Is it a pen one where we write our answers down?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here's a pen.
I need to do that. And
I'll
then
get another one
there's paper somewhere. And we just use scratch paper last time. Yeah, let's use the back of a piece of paper. Okay, so it's going to be kind of like Jeopardy. I'll ask the question, then you round the piece of paper.
Do I have to say what is?
Except not in the form of a question. So nothing like Jeopardy at all. But it's
Well,
sort
like,
of like...
Well, you know when like they
I want to make
have to
sure
write,
I don't want to lose. I'm a little competitive, you know.
when they
write their...
thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it shows
yeah.
up
Yeah,
on
Fair.
the thing.
Yep.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Is this a time
I don't
thing?
know.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried.
Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
What style of architecture is the Union Block?
Oh, man. Oh, wait. Did you renovate it or something at one point in your time?
Maybe. Spelling count. Do I have to show you?
Okay, I probably got that one wrong is my guess. But okay, next.
We'll get.
Oh, we're going to answer that
we're
one
gonna
first?
answer.
Okay.
So, Lisa, what'd you put?
Italianate.
Oh, man.
What'd you put?
Victorian. I know it's not.
It's
but
Italianate.
I didn't know all other styles are nicely done. Nicely done.
Okay. The former National State Bank, built in 1883, now houses what business? There's a lot of former banks on the
National State Bank?
Yeah, the former National State Bank.
Former National State
Ooh,
Bank.
There's a lot of banks.
there's a lot of banks.
So which one was the National State Bank?
A big one on the corner that looks like a bank. I'm not sure what's in there, though. I know Lisa knows all of them. It's a dance studio in there. I know that. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say it's in a different corner. We don't know what it is. Okay, I'm gonna say Subway.
I'm saying American Family Insurance.
Oh,
That was-
yes.
That was my hope to throw you guys off. It's actually Miss K's.
Oh, it's that corner
Oh,
one.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew it was.
Nice.
That's like the big window on the corner there.
Right.
Apparently that's what back in the 1880s, late 19th century, that was like an indicator this is a bank, to put them on the corner and have those big windows on the corner.
And interesting enough, around the other corner, there's no windows at all.
Yeah.
Which makes, I mean, I don't know if that was the way it was.
Yeah,
back
that's
then,
kind of,
but
and then
vaults.
On the first floor, you mean?
Yeah, on the
There
first
used to
floor.
be windows.
Oh,
That's
did there
that
used
was
to be?
bricked over. Yeah.
Okay.
and
Yeah,
then
and so then Mark Hamilton's was a bank. So on
Yep.
almost every corner of downtown would have been a bank. Subway would have been a bank,
Interesting.
and then the other corner across was a bank
Yep.
too.
Yep, that
So
was
we
my
had
hope
a
to throw you guys
1
off.
in
You
4
did.
chance.
Yeah,
we failed.
Yeah, we did. But you're still winning 1-0, unfortunately for me.
Okay, so we are currently,
Is this the last one?
this is the last one.
Oh no. Okay.
Maybe I'll throw in another one.
Okay.
We are currently in the Loiza building, built in 1901.
Right.
It replaced a previous building that was destroyed by a fire in 1882. What was the name of that building?
I think I know this one. I think I do.
The
I
silence.
think I do. I think I do.
I don't think I do.
It's a guy, right? I think it's a guy. It's named after a guy.
I think every building downtown is named after a
You're
guy.
right. I think you're right. I think there were a couple. I think something with the union. Hi, I'm gonna stop. Shut up now. I don't want to go against you.
I should have noted that these were going to get progressively harder.
No, this one I think I know because we studied it because obviously my business is in this building and
Yep.
we did a little history on this stuff going in. How you feeling over there, Lisa? We may have to have a tiebreaker. Do you have extra questions in case I get this one right?
Well, I don't think I just saw what Lisa put down and
Did she get it
may or
right?
may not be right.
Okay. Darn it.
And your eyes aren't good enough.
I can't see that far. What do you got, Lisa?
The Ambler.
Oh man,
is
that's
the-
what I put too. Is that right?
It's the Ambler block.
Good job.
So
win.
did you actually act? You
Well,
okay?
no,
I can see your
Ambler.
paper. I can see your
We
paper.
tied, though.
Yeah, no, I got one, but you
You
got the
two.
very first
So
one too.
Lisa wins 2-1.
Lisa, congratulations.
She's
Here's your amazing 50-cent trophy. It means you're this what we call it, the
is it a
star of the
traveling-
day.
Is it a traveling trophy?
No, you can just put it on your mantle, and
How nice.
you can get many of these. You can rack them up over the
There
course
you
of
go.
the year.
I'll put it by my flower that was a thing for the Union Block
Oh,
when
nice.
we won.
Well, I shall go hide my head in shame for losing the trivia. Although, if I'm going to lose to anybody about Mount Pleasant trivia, especially downtown Mount Pleasant trivia, you're the person I'm proud to lose to.
Well, I'm very disappointed that I missed the second one because I really did know that.
He was throwing trick
Yeah,
questions
he was
at us,
being,
so.
yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, let's take it to commercial. When we come back, we're going to talk a lot about Main Street and the impact it has on Mount Pleasant.
Great.
Bring the kids and share the memories from steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Maybe your memories are of great food from the North Village to the Log Village, or going to one of the amazing concerts. This is the place where memories are made. Make plans now to enjoy the history of the past at the 2023 Midwest Old Thrashers Reunion, August 31st through September 4th in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthrashers.com for more details.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live. We are here with our special guest, Lisa Oetken with Main Street Mount Pleasant. Lisa, I know about Main Street. I know a lot of people in this area, our local businesses know about Main Street, but can you talk a little bit about what the program is and why it is so important to Mount Pleasant?
Sure. Main Street Mount Pleasant is the local level of a national organization called Main Street America, and it's part of the National Trust for Historical Preservation. And then we have a state level called Main Street Iowa, and Iowa does it better than any other state in the nation, Main Street. We have more Great American Main Street communities, but what it is, it's about economic development and historical preservation kind of wrapped up in one, keeping your downtown strong. And so it's a 4-point approach. We have 4 different committees. It's organization, which is the backbone of what our organization does. That's volunteer recruitment.
Yeah.
That is funding for our organization, that kind of thing, training that I get, those kind of things all fall under organization.
Sure.
And then we have design, and that's anything physical that you see outside, from flower beds to Christmas decorations to renovations of our buildings, signage, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We have promotions, which is the party planners
Sure,
of the bunch. So that's all of our
It's the
events.
fun stuff, right?
Whether it's a retail event, we do quite a few retail events, and that's to get people in the stores, get the cash registers ringing. Then we have special events like our Music on Main and our Pints in the Park. Some of the big things, the Easter egg hunt, those kind of things are special events.
Right.
And then our last committee, 4 points, is economic vitality. And that is all about business recruitment, retention, succession, education of it, supporting entrepreneurs, making sure we are offering workshops and really educating the public on who and pushing out that shop local.
And that's a perfect example. Last night, you had an event that I was fortunate enough to attend. Can you give it as an example of one of your events?
Sure. It was, I was one of the test states for Google is doing Google training. And so it was how to increase your sales by using Google tools. So we had a speaker come in and talk to a group of retailers, and it could be any business. We have a 26 block district, and so everything I do, any business in that 26 block benefits from. But this was actually one that if you're not in the Main Street district, you were also welcome to come and to learn about how to increase your sales. I thought it was very interesting, and we will be doing 2 more of those events this year, one in June, one in October, on different topics on Google. We have retail meetings that we meet and we plan events, but we're also going to be diving in a little deeper on, making sure our businesses have websites, or if they don't, how can they sell? We know that brick and mortar cannot run the same way it did 10 years ago.
Right.
We have to always be changing and helping our businesses. to change too.
That's brilliant. And one of the things that I was most impressed by when I moved back to Mount Pleasant was just how nice downtown looks. You talked sort of about that beautification, what things look like here, the preserving old buildings, things like that. And I have a fun story. When I lived in Texas, our good friend's parents, who had traveled a lot, we would always talk to them whenever they were in town. And we were over there at our friend's house for dinner one time, and her parents came up and gave us Mount Pleasant Panther shirts. This is in Texas. And said, "Oh, look what we picked up last time we were in Mount Pleasant." And they literally were our maroon and gold Mount Pleasant Panther shirts. And I'm like, wait, how, what, huh? Like, it made no sense to me because, like, we're not on, like, a I-80 or 35, and they do a lot of travel. And they said, "Oh, no. We go to Montreal every year for vacation in the summer, and we always go through Mount Pleasant on our way, even though it's a little bit out of the way, because we love the downtown. We love the main street. It's so beautiful. It has that quintessential sort of old school look, but the shops are fun. The food's always good, and they make a stop there. It's like their halfway point when they drive every single year. And when they heard we were from Mount Pleasant, they didn't really know until then. They just to prove they went through town, they stopped at, I think it was Anywhere Apparel at the time, and got Mount Pleasant Panther shirts for their kids or for their grandkids and for our kids, which I thought was hilarious.
I think that's a really cool story, and we hear that a lot. I mean, people do stop here. We're at the crossroads of 218 and 34, and we are a good stopping point. And we have a wonderful downtown, and wonderful businesses, and it's a very historical downtown. And we're even working harder to make it actually a legit historical district. So yeah.
I don't think people realize the amount of work it takes to do that. I've been fortunate enough to sit in on some committees with you and to see some of the work you're doing, but you have a whole crew of committees and slew of people, volunteers that are making downtown what it is. Can you describe a little bit of what those committees are?
Yeah, our 4 committees are the organization, promotion, design, and economic vitality. But just for example, we are totally a volunteer-ran organization. I am the only paid staff. And we are in our 21st year. So last year we celebrated 20 years. We had over 61,000 volunteer hours because we have to track, and we're different than most organizations. We report to the state, who reports to the National Main Street America. In fact, we get accredited every year, and we have to jump through lots of hoops to get this accreditation, is our committees functioning. But if you would take the almost 62,000 volunteer hours and put a dollar amount to that, that's worth to our community about $1.8 million of
That's incredible.
Free labor, so to speak, And so we've seen, if you take us as a whole, the downtown as a whole, we're the largest employer in Mount Pleasant.
Sure.
Because we have over, I think it's somewhere between 650 and 700 employees in the downtown.
That's incredible.
At the different businesses. We've created 200 new jobs since we became a Main Street community in 2002. 72 new businesses have come into our downtown, and businesses have shelf lives like anything else, because things are relevant or not relevant. But the other thing is, since we do track it, we've seen, and I think this number just really speaks to the town, we've seen over $25 million in private money. That's not government money. Like with the city, we've had new streetscape in the downtown, and they've done some wonderful stuff. Central Park's been new since we've been Main Street. We've got the little pocket park on the east side of the square, and we're getting ready to do one on the west side.
Right. Those are city projects.
Those are city projects, so that's not even counted in that money.
Dang.
And so I do think that Main Street is very important, and this year we're kicking off an investment drive, because like anything else, it takes money, and the way we're different, we're a 501c3, a traditional nonprofit organization. So we cannot have members. We do not have members. So every business in the downtown does not have to pay me a fee.
Just by default, they're a member.
They're a member.
Yeah.
So for us to run, because we have to pay utilities like everybody else, we wish we didn't, but so we go on investments. So we will be kicking off an investment drive because we do feel that the downtown's very important. 20 years, a little over 20 years ago, probably 22, a woman named Martha Hayes.
It's a very familiar name in Mount Pleasant,
Yes,
for sure.
yes, heard about this organization called Main Street and said, Mount Pleasant downtown, we need this. They were searching for something. How do we make our downtown strong and not board it up? We've all drove through those towns that are sleepy and kind of, mothballed and just life has passed them by. Well, there was a group of people that didn't want life to pass Mount Pleasant by, and so we became a Main Street community.
Love it. I love it. So after the commercial break, let's talk about some of the things you have on the docket in 2023 and where you believe the organization's going into the future. But until then, let's have another commercial break.
Protection is important, especially when you're talking about your dreams, which is why we're going to keep you covered with plans that can save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. That's protection.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live. As we're sitting here talking during the commercial break, Nick brought up the fact that his stomach's growling a little bit.
I hope it's not picking up.
Is it all the food truck talk? Is that what's going on?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that.
I think it'll be fun.
I think so too. I think you need to get there early though if we're going to do it because I know it was packed last time out at East Lake Park, and this time it's at Iowa Wesleyan. I think you're going to get a lot more people showing up.
I think they will too, and there'll be lines and. I believe I heard last year they ran out of food.
Oh, did they? Even at East Lake? Okay, so
they'll want to get there soon. Get in line.
And there's still students there at the university in April, so there's going to be definitely get there early. Bring cash for that.
Especially young people like to eat. So
for sure, that's awesome. So talking about future, talking about where Main Street is going, how you see, we have a lot of adjustments to make, obviously, with Iowa Wesleyan closing. There's a lot of planning going on. We met with Rachel Lindeen last week in terms of sort of slowly figuring out what's next. It helps that we have such a solid institution in Main Street downtown to lean on as we make this transition to whatever is next. As you look at your plans and your committee's plans for what's next, what are you planning in the short term, and any ideas yet on what you're thinking long term as we make this transition as a community?
We really are working on bolstering our businesses that we have. We've always ran pretty low vacancy rates in downtown. We have a few spaces so recruiting, we're looking at what would really work, looking to do a survey to see what people want, Would love for them to contact me, and, we work with Traction Stream a lot and the entrepreneurs, where can we fit them in a business that we have? But we really have been pushing shopping local and strengthening the existing businesses as well as recruiting them.
I love the workshop we had the other night. When the presenter talked about only like 1.5% of dollars flow through rural compared to 50-60% through straight up urban areas. And so we're a lot less in terms of what we have capacity to get and to have come through, and having those online sales, being able to sell out the back door as much as you're selling out the front door through packages and shipping is crucial, probably, I'm guessing, to a successful business. And seeing you working to shore up those businesses, because we are going to lose some income because of Wesleyan, obviously. And so as those revenues go down, how do our businesses increase their revenues elsewhere? And you're already on top of that, it feels like.
Yeah, we really do have to change our model. And in small downtowns, it's kind of hard, for a long time, brick and mortar was where it's at,
Right.
And people still, they want to come in, they want to feel it, they want to, and what makes us different than your big online stores that people all shop at is that human touch, that customer service, that like the old Cheers,
Yeah,
you go
everybody
where
knows your name.
everybody knows your name.
Yep.
Well, you can walk into our stores and they're going to know your name usually. But the other good thing is we're pulling now from 50 miles away to Mount Pleasant. But they have to have as much going out their back door as they do their front door. And so we have to get them ready. So we're really working on strengthening these businesses in the short term. But the other thing we're working on with Mount Pleasant Historical Preservation Commission is getting our downtown as a historical district. And the reason we want to do this is because right now we have 12 of our businesses that are on the National Registry. Union Block, where my office is, was a huge project for Mount Pleasant to renovate that building. But we have a couple others. We still need housing in Mount Pleasant, but there's some gaps in funding. There's grants out there, and that's one benefit of being Main Street community. We get some grants that are available, whether it's for an expansion of a business. Right now we have Open for Business grant opportunity out there that we really want our businesses to apply for, whether it's for a new POS system, marketing, equipment, merchandise. It can't be anything construction, brick and mortar, unless it's like putting shelves or something like that up.
Right.
But so we have that offered right now. Also, our exterior improvement grant, so to help them with their signs, their awnings, windows in the front of their buildings, that kind of thing. So helping them financially. And then we'll also have the challenge grant will be coming out midsummer. It's usually due around September, and that's up to $100,000 we can get for a renovation of the business. Yeah,
wow,
and it's a dollar for dollar match through the state. Each Main Street community, which there's 54 in the state of Iowa, can put in an application the same way with Open for Business. And Open for Business, they can, if they win the region, it's $8,000. If they go on to state, they'll pitch at the downtown summit. They could win an additional $20,000, so it could be $28,000 to expand. And so we really want Main Street to be at the table at this.
Oh yeah.
So we're really helping them with that. But some of the buildings, like the Union Block, we couldn't have redone the Union Block. It was a $3.6 million renovation of it if we wouldn't have had historical tax credits.
Right.
So there's state historical tax credits and there's federal historical tax credits. We have a building downtown that needs renovated that would be great for upper story housing, but it has a gap. But it doesn't qualify for historical tax credits, which would be 45% of the project could be paid with tax credits. But if we become a historical district, then that building qualifies.
So that's really one of your big goals is to create a historical district in that context.
Yes, is really work with them for that. So
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we just lose your camera there?
I think so.
Uh-oh. You're gonna hear Nick instead of see him going forward.
No, we got a spare.
Oh, we got a spare. Nice. Yeah. Very good. Well, that sounds amazing. And I just want to just personally thank you for the work you're doing. A lot of people when Wesleyan announced closure, really scared, and I knew just because of who we already have here with Main Street and our chamber, what we do here at Traction Steam, our leadership we have in the community. They understand how to navigate this. They understand what tools we have in our pockets to be able to pull out and make work. And had we not had things like Main Street, I think it would be a lot bigger hill to climb. And so thank you for all the work. I know it's a lot more than you probably planned on that you've been doing, but everything you're doing right now, Lisa, is so incredibly important, and we thank you for that.
Well, thank you. And, I think what you said is so true that, it's very sad that an end of an era is, coming with Iowa Wesleyan. But one thing I do know is Mount Pleasant's resilient.
Yeah.
We band together. When one door shuts, another one opens. So we need to look at it as an opportunity of who can we be, what can we be, where can we go, and how can we grow and make our downtown and our city a better place to live.
I love it. And interestingly enough, on that note, this is not the good day for this. Different context, but today is National Sorry Charlie Day.
Yeah, so...
you want to give us some context on that one?
Yeah, you're not going to see me, just going to be the disembodied voice as I plug in my new GoPro. It's about romantic rejection.
Romantic rejection.
Maybe it's a good thing. You get yourself down, after getting turned down.
Okay.
I've been there. And then,
I don't know. What's that feel like? I don't have it. No, I'm joking.
Oh, yeah?
I've been there too.
yeah.
Everybody's
and
been there one time or another.
So it's just about seeing it as a positive
Right.
rather than a negative.
So we've been through something negative as a community, and now we have to build our way out of it and say, sorry, Charlie, that's not going to work. But now we have to think of something new,
That's right.
right? And grow, and we have the tools in place to do that, which is exciting.
It is exciting. You can look at things two ways: glasses half full or half empty.
Right.
And you can go the negative route and woe is me, or you can pull up your bootstraps, put it on your big girl panties, and say, "What are we going to do?
Just go." Right.
Let's think, and let's think outside of the box.
Yeah. And that's obviously with respect to those who had their life completely upended,
yes.
and that
And how
no
can we
disrespect to
help
that, but like what can we do to support them and help them,
That's right.
get
And
through
how
this
can
too?
we transition? And we do have people here to help them, and
Right.
to do what we can.
Yeah.
And that's all we can do in this life is to take each day at a time, and and I think that's what Mount Pleasant's about. Is we will
Right.
embrace these people that have lost their jobs and have to look for different things, and we have their backs.
Yeah. We just hit a whole new spin on National Sorry Charlie Day.
That's right.
I think your camera's not going to work
Dude.
for us here, Nick.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay though.
I got they're all charged up.
It literally said like three-fourths earlier.
Yeah.
What I saw. Yeah. So I got to fix that, but that's
I'm
okay.
just the disembodied voice now.
Yep. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to say any bad jokes here. I have some jokes for you, but instead we're going to do famous birthdays. Today is April 6th. And just so you know, did I lose last time? I think I lost last time. Never mind. I need to redeem myself. So I'm going to be playing hard on this one. Okay.
Well, good.
Yeah. So what we do is,
Say you might win.
yeah, you don't know your celebrities either, huh? I'm pretty bad at them too. You want to describe in your disembodied voice there, Nick, what the game is?
Yeah, so I'm going to put a celebrity whose birthday is today on the screen. You have to guess their age. If you're within 3 years, you get a point. If you get it right on, you get 2 points.
I feel like I'm getting better at this game though.
I mean, I don't think you're terrible.
Not
You're just so
horrible.
close.
Just not quite close enough. Yeah.
The first celebrity is Paul Rudd. This is difficult because this man does not age.
He doesn't age at all.
No.
Right. Yes. He's in everything. He's been in everything over the years. Let's see. We just shout it out whenever you're ready, and then the other person uses what the other person says and gets a better guess. That's closer.
Yeah.
So whoever goes first is usually at a disadvantage. But when you're ready, throw something out. All right. Well, Paul Rudd. He's a classic You have a lot of Gen Xers in this list, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you're trying to relate to me.
I
From
try
20
to,
years
I try to make
younger.
sure it's people that you guys are going to
Appreciate
at least
appreciate it.
somewhat know.
So, like, not the celebrities you grew up with, but the celebrities
No.
we might have grown up. Thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate that.
I'd say 56.
Oh, that's where I was going to go to. I'm going to go with 57.
You guys each get a point. He's 54,
Oh, nice.
Starting.
Okay.
starting
Good,
1-1.
It's not who's closer, by the way, Lisa. It's within 3
Good.
or right on.
I gotta make this guy bigger.
I was gonna
Lando.
say.
It's Lando Calrissian, Billy D. Williams,
Oh, yeah.
also Two-Face in one Batman movie.
Oh, nice, nice. So, Star Wars legend. Ooh, I'm going to go with, if we're talking Star Wars and came out when, he was early 80s when he first made his appearance, but he was probably in his late 20s at that point. So add another, I'm going with 72.
I think he's 76.
He's actually 86.
Oh, we weren't even close. Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
thought maybe he was in his 80s.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
said that, I thought, okay.
He was older than I thought. Oh, you're really getting the Gen Xer thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Next up is Zach Braff from Scrubs. I don't know what else he's in.
Yeah.
I think he did some animation voiceover,
Is
but
he married? No, who is he married? I don't know.
that's
Zach Braff.
that's
The other
Dak
guy.
Shepard.
That's
who's-
Dak Shepard. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know who Zach Braff's married to. Sorry, Zach. I'll go 45.
I think he's probably 51.
You guys each get a point. He's 48.
Right in
So
between. Nice.
So we're staying
Ooh,
2 to
we're
2.
tied up for going into the end here, right?
Going to the last celebrity,
Oh, dun, dun, dun.
which is, I'll make him bigger here, is Michael Rooker, who was in The Walking Dead.
Oh,
He was in
okay,
Guardians
yeah.
of the Galaxy. He's the blue guy.
Oh, yeah. He's the whistler that whistles
Yep.
with the arrow that zooms around. That's that guy? Okay. I like him. He's a good actor. Yikes. Is anybody posting anything on social media to give us some names live? If you listen live, you can give me hints, people, on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
I don't see anybody putting. It might be a little delayed, too, I think. Oh, gee. I'm going to let you go first this time because I feel like I'm giving everything away.
I have no idea, but I would guess he looks older. I don't know. 72.
I'm going to go 59.
We're going to end in a tie. He's 68. So you're so close, Lisa, to getting the win.
Lisa, you know what? I'm going to give you the win anyway because you were closer than I was.
You were 4
on all of
years,
them.
so.
Yeah. Congratulations, though. Well done. Well done.
Good guessing is what
Like, how many gray hairs is on that chin there?
it's like. I have no idea who he even is.
Well, that's my question for you, Mr. 20-something.
Yeah.
Do you recognize any of those celebrities? Do you know them all?
Recognize all of them.
You did? Okay. Okay.
'Cause
I wouldn't
it's-
recognize any of the celebrities you probably follow, I'm guessing.
Well, that's like there's a one website where I can go look, and it's like supposed to be famous people, and it's all like TikTok stars, and I have no idea who those people are.
You know, I was thinking when Lisa was talking about the Cheers reference and everybody knows your name, that kind of thing. And speaking of local celebrities, your mom is a local celebrity here, Barb Layden.
Yeah.
Like, is that how you say Layden?
Leiden.
Leiden. Sorry, Barb Layden. She used to be through the wall here at Lily and Grace Boutique here, and people would walk in, and you just hear Barb light up and be like, ah, and then blah, blah, blah. So, and then you hear hugs and talking. And then she left us for Cedar Rapids, Iowa City area this last summer, and she's come back to visit a couple times. And it's like everybody swarms to Barb. She's like this local legend at this point because she helped dress everybody, and she's a great gal.
She did,
anyway,
and
for years.
You knew if you were going in, you were losing money because you were spending it.
Yes, she
And
were.
She'd pick it out, and she not only waited for you to come in, she'd call you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I have the perfect thing for you.
I have it.
Yeah.
And I was never so happy when I moved my office and I wasn't just one door down.
Yep.
Because every paycheck I was in there shopping. I still am.
It truly is the beauty of small town life, of small town main streets. Is everybody knows who you are. Everybody's a celebrity around here because everybody knows your name, right?
That's right.
In that sense. And that's probably the perfect way to sign off on our Main Street episode, if you will. So thank you, everyone, for listening today and watching us on streaming on Facebook and YouTube and the website. And we'll see you on Tuesday.